Okay, I think we're live. Rip. That was dumb and it's on stream now. I tried to put YT at the end of it. All right, okay. Welcome back to episode 3, I guess, at this point of the server room. Today we're discussing Roblox's decision to age gate and use facial age estimation, which has been a topic of controversy for as long as it's been talked about. So we're here, back in booth game, talking to other players about their opinions on the issue. That's right. If you go on YouTube and look up Javross16, my channel should come up and you can watch the live if you want to. Yeah, in most cases I'm seeing people get verified as older. But now that I say that, I've talked to quite a few people who have been, like, just this week, they've been verified younger when they are adults, because they've got, in their words, baby face. I remember when the age estimation dropped here in America, that there was a topic of conversation on how easy it was to bypass Persona's age estimation. So much so that someone made a really bold claim that they used a Bratz doll to bypass the facial age estimation, which, after some digging, I was able to look into it myself and prove that that wasn't real, that didn't work. But it was very funny. What I did stumble upon, though, in my research of that was what looked to be like a younger teenage boy who used marker and he drew a beard on his face and wore like a flat cap and glasses, and it age estimated him to be 18 up, I believe. That was the age range he was put in. I think it was 18. It was either that or the 21 up category, which is still both, like, hilariously bad. But in Roblox's words themselves, no system's going to be perfect, right? But I feel like for something like this, it needs to be damn near perfect. But that's also just the thing. AI age estimation or facial estimation has always been kind of a joke. I love that image. That is so good. Nice. They even are good enough to put their username at the top. I'm gonna go look for that later. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, hold on. I read your thing again, civilian. What do you mean by that? Feel bad for people who got 21 up, even if they are 21 plus 0, because like few people who are adults and are not content creators play this game. Hmm. We love censorship. We don't, though. I see what you're saying. So people who are like 21 up, they don't have as many people to talk to or socialize with anymore. Yeah, and underage accounts as well. That was already, as I mentioned before I started the stream, when I was just kind of like warming up, I guess, before people were like, "Oh, you do a podcast? What's the podcast called?" I'm like, "Okay, I'll start a stream." But yeah, that was a market that Roblox opened like months ago, basically. Not as in Roblox themselves opened it, but they opened up the opportunity for people to sell age-verified accounts. That has been a thing, I think, since they first introduced being able to verify with photo ID, so like a couple of years ago. But now, more than ever, with this age gating, they have really opened up the market now. I was doing research on it yesterday, and there's eBay listings as well. And I also saw Schlepp's tweet about it yesterday as well, and that's kind of what led me down the rabbit hole, that there's eBay listings of people selling 21 up, age verified accounts, 18 up, but the more concerning thing is there are a lot of listings for accounts that are age verified to be 15, 16. Which of course, either way, either side of that coin, that poses an issue. Very true. You speak in facts, Fizzin. Yeah, that is an interesting point to bring up, as I was kind of like touching on earlier as well. Because Roblox just has a lot of power and a lot of influence. They have a lot of funding from so many different huge, huge like financial investment firms. I'm not exactly sure where all they get their funding, because that's a lot of places, to be honest with you, but they're very well funded. And even with all the litigation against them, I don't foresee Roblox shutting its doors. And like I was saying earlier, again, I feel like as time goes on, especially when they make decisions like this, that in my opinion, objectively make this platform more dangerous for minors to be on. I lean more towards maybe Roblox should just end, and that's a really sad thing to think about. I mean, this platform was a big part of my childhood, as I'm sure it was with probably the majority of adults that still play this game. But at the same time, it's kind of like the alternative is grisly. To let them continue to act like this and endanger children, they need to be held accountable. Hopefully that will happen in a court of law. Bye. Have a good one. Thanks for joining in on the conversation. Yeah, that's the only thing that I could imagine it being shut down for, or... I mean, I don't run a business. I don't really know how those numbers work, but maybe Roblox runs out of funding, or enough of their investors just get tired and they're like, no, we're not doing this anymore. And then the platform gets shut down. Yeah, their stocks are taking major hits. Excuse me. I think it was estimated that they lost somewhere between, like... Not between, I think it was like 12 billion. Yeah. Yeah, last August, they reported that they lost 12.17 billion in market capitalization. I don't remember how much they lost last time off the top of my head, but 12 billion is a pretty big number. If you look at Roblox's stocks, I mean, you can answer that question for yourself. They have not bounced back from that. In fact, they did their like Q5 report recently, and I think they reported that they're still losing money. They lost like $217,000 last month. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. That's based on one report I read. What I do know is their stocks have been in the red for the past couple months. I mean, not even the past couple months, like the past 6 months. And rightfully so. They deserve every bit of it. It is, like 200, if that number is accurate, that is like a pretty small number compared to like a company like Roblox, right? That's probably like pennies to them. That 12 billion, though, that's substantial. That'll take a little bit of the wind out of their sails. I feel like the downfall started a little bit before that. Maybe, like, that definitely got more people to slowly open up their eyes. Especially adults. I remember when I first heard him say that, like, what was it, like, RDC 2022, 2023? I can't remember off the top of my head. There's so much of that kind of, like, trivia, I guess, to keep track of, but I remember at RDC one year, he joked, and he called it the D word. And then following up like a couple years later, he full on said that they were looking on implementing dating to Roblox, and the collective crowd at RDC was like groaning and booing. But still, they continue to want to implement this. I mean, I'm gonna be so real. Online dating for adults is already sketchy as hell. Online dating for minors should be out of the question. Yeah, they're like 50 plus years old. They're out of touch with reality. And in David's case, he is so out of touch with reality. He's just thinking about this metaverse. The ideas he has, especially like the stuff that was revealed at RDC last year, was with taking Roblox in this really just metaverse direction of the platform doesn't look like Roblox anymore. Like it's cool to see it evolve, right? But also I don't want Fortnite characters in Roblox. Okay, whatever those player models were that they unveiled. No, I mean like there's already that stuff on here that's like not blocky, but I mean that's still small potatoes though, is the thing. I don't even truthfully care about the like the Arthro stuff. Or the Arthro stuff. It's just kind of like a head shaking moment, like whatever. It's more the fact that David continues to assert that he's going to add dating experiences to Roblox, and more jarring the fact that he said last year, or was it 2024, when he said in an interview with like a Tech Talk podcast, hello, welcome. But he said in an interview with the Tech Talk podcast, one second. Bro. Okay, all right. Yeah, he said in an interview in the Tech Talk podcast, the interviewer asked him, and I'm paraphrasing here, would you be like open to adding more mature content on Roblox? And David replied that he would be open to adding like even 18 up content on Roblox. Which is startling to a degree that I hope that most people understand why that would be startling. Considering that the platform has a large concentration of adults preying on kids. And Roblox knows that they can't properly age estimate. They've known that for years. Which also goes into like the conversation of, is that Roblox's fault? And playing devil's advocate again, unfortunately, no, it's not entirely their fault. It's not Roblox's fault that there are parents that are dumb enough to give their younger ones their driver's licenses to verify. Roblox can't control that. What they can control is how proactive they are at actually addressing issues on this platform. Roblox is rated E for everyone. Oh wait, no, correction. It is rated T for teen. I didn't even know that. As much as I dislike Roblox and their business practices, coming from the mind and the experience of an online child safety advocate, the problem, the majority of the problem lies on the parents. But that is not to give Roblox the wiggle room and the excuse to not do anything when they could be, again, more proactive about how to protect their users. And the majority of the people that still play this platform are minors. Well, that's probably part of it. But, let's break it down this way, logically. And also, this is some of the stuff, some of the reasons that David Baszucki has said in interviews as well, which, unfortunately, yeah, has a point when he brings up these points that I'm going to bring up. Roblox is a platform that has like 150 billion users a day. That's a lot of people. So, like, can you imagine trying to moderate a platform that size with just a human staff team? It would be impossible. Combined with actions from users that would be moderatable, and the content that they upload to this platform daily, thousands and thousands of assets. That would be mind-numbingly, especially with today's technology just isn't there, even with AI, to moderate all that. I said billion. Oh my god, I am not on point today. I'm at 150 million. My bad. Bruh. But yeah, recently David Baszucki said that they're estimating that they get 150 million daily active users. So it does, unfortunately, as much as I hate AI, it does make sense why they would have systems like that to moderate the platform. However, they really should, and based on what I've seen from Roblox's actual like employee website where they hire people, they should have a team that is dedicated to reviewing the more critical content on here, stuff that's bypassed, that's not safe for work. They should have human moderators looking out for that kind of stuff and have them dedicated to looking out for that kind of stuff in their job description or whatever. He has, yeah, Matt Kaufman played he played Teddy's Game, and he also played Dollhouse, which is it's definitely a head-scratching moment. Especially when you take into the fact that Roblox has probably like test accounts or like other staff accounts that could look into that. I don't know. Is it a big deal that Matt Kaufman looked into those games? I wouldn't have said so if the company didn't act like how do I want to say this? Didn't act like they support predators. Yeah, there's no good way to say that. Just gonna be blunt about it. No one would be scratching their heads over that. I don't want to say no one because there are people that would speculate anyways, but not as many people would find that as concerning if the platform didn't continuously make decisions that are kind of like, this is benefiting predators, and it's benefiting them a lot. Like, what are we doing here? And also, you have to wonder with systems like Rubin Sims, like the EASI system, and Rotector from Duck Dolan's community, and other ones that I can't name off the top of my head, you have to wonder why Roblox hasn't tried to institute a system like that of their own. I volunteered for groups before that go out on the platform and look for stuff that's endangering the children or just stuff that shouldn't be on here that's not in a not safe for work category. Like, we just sit down either all together in like a group chat, or we just go independently and we just sit down for a couple hours and try and find as much bypass stuff on this platform as possible and archive it and report it. And it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to find this stuff. And yeah, I mean, you have to wonder. I know I myself wonder, like, if there's stuff that's going on underneath the table at Roblox because of how they behave, how defensive they get when they are publicly called out for this behavior. Am I David? No. Do I sound like a socially inept man well past his 60s? I don't remember how old David Bazuki is, but I'm not going to be kind to him. He is either... There's no two ways about it. He's either just a socially inept little imp, or he is a predator that is doing stuff underneath the table at Roblox, among probably a lot of other people. Oh my god, the Forsaken drama. I'm not even going to touch on that. There's too much of it. But that's just another great example of stuff that's overlooked on this platform. Among other things like Dollhouse. Why is that game even still allowed on here? The amount of people that have reported that game and it's still here. The amount of people who go into that game and investigate it and constantly make tweets or YouTube videos about it, about there being not safe for work roleplays on there, or worse, actual bad actors from terrorist groups on there that are looking to take advantage of mentally vulnerable teens and kids. And Roblox just doesn't do anything. I mean, like, why is that? I understand it takes time to investigate things themselves, but this has been going on for months. uh, got quiet, but I was waiting for you to finish typing. Say what now? Yeah. Okay. I am like struggling to connect what you're saying. What video? Was this a Roblox video? Like a Roblox official video? I'm trying to think back to it if I saw it or not. All I can think of is that there was a reporter that did a piece on Roblox's age estimation and she found that it was not accurate. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a reporter, a journalist from USA Today did a piece on Roblox's age estimation. Back in... I think it was, yeah, it was December, I think. I'm just skimming through that report again real quick so I can get the necessary details. Yeah, the reporter, or the journalist, sorry, they say, and I quote, a blue circle word, like she's using the age estimation, right? She says a blue circle word before the app revealed my age estimation, 18 to 20. There's just one problem. I'm 24. We changed your age to 20, a message read. You can use chat and party features with people in similar age groups, access restricted experiences, and collaborate in studio. The reporter goes on to say, naturally, I had some questions. How accurate is the age estimator supposed to be? How is the algorithm trained? After the photo is taken, will I have to do routine face scans? The next day, I set out to get my answers. And then, of course, she went to Silicon Valley in San Mateo to the Roblox headquarters. Because I should have specified that she was prepared. So she was invited to the headquarters as well as a bunch of other journalists. And before the day before she went to Roblox's headquarters, she used the age estimation in her hotel room so she could get a sense of like what questions to ask tomorrow when she has an opportunity to talk to the heads at Roblox. Again, that source was from USA Today. Roblox face scan child safety features. Oh, hello. Cream carbonated beverage. Can't find a good place to put my camera. Probably better here. Yeah, that's the other side of this thing as well, that this is affecting developers. The facial age estimation, that's what FAE is. I mean, you do have a point. And a lot of people, will probably quit if this isn't reverted. But also at the same time, yeah, I mean, people's whole social circles are on this game sometimes. I'm a lot of friends on here, and especially developers. I mean, the thing that is really sucky about all of this is developers get caught in the crossfire. I mean, there are people on here that are making their livelihoods from Roblox. Yeah, I am trying to like wait for you guys to finish typing before I start talking again. I mean, again, like I said earlier, if Roblox really did care about the safety of minors on this platform, they would just completely unintegrate third-party platforms like Discord. Alright, thank you, C4. Have a good one. That's all good. I appreciate you guys for sticking around for as long as you have, participating in the conversation. I'll probably wrap up this shorter stream then after you leave, and then go do something else with my day. I usually try not to let these go for like more than 2 hours, but I might come back and do this later, depending on how things go. But for now, honestly, I've run out of talking points. I mean, this is like the 3rd time I've done this week. This is the first time I've live streamed, though, doing it. We'll see what happens, I guess. You can, if you want to, you can watch it on YouTube at Javross16, just like my username. I'm just getting a start in doing this kind of stuff, and I'm not doing it for money or anything. I'm doing it for personal enjoyment, question mark? I don't know. I just find value in having conversations like this and starting conversations like this. But until then, have a good one. For sure, there are other, like, live streams I've done in the past, but I honestly don't remember if they're any good. Alright, have a good one. See ya.